Hello guys, welcome back. My apologies for not uploading in, wow, almost 2 months now. Sorry about that, I've been a little bit busy. But regardless, today we'll be learning how to make a Discord bot in the Python programming language. We'll be using the discord.py module and some other modules, or packages rather. So what we'll want to do first is we'll want to go to the Discord developer portal. And the URL for that is discord.com/developers/applications. So I know I have some questionable bots here, just ignore those. What we're going to do is we're going to click new application, and we're going to name it something creative. So like, Iapetus 11's epic bot. Very creative and epic. And what we're going to do is we're then going to go to the bot tab and actually create the bot user. We're going to click on add bot. Yes, we want to do that. And then we're going to, I guess, can name it something other than the name of the project, or application rather. I'm just going to keep it as Iapetus 11's epic bot, and I'm going to choose a nice image for it. You know, we're going to do Christmas villager. And we're going to save our changes, and right now we're just going to leave this tab open and go back to programming. So I have here Atom, one of my favorite text editors. You can use a different text editor or IDE, I don't care. But you do need to create these files. So we're going to do new file. Let's just call it bot.py or something. Or I'm going to make a new folder for it. We're going to do bot tutorial. I'm going to call it bot.py. So now we have our bot.py. Let's create the basic skeleton, I guess, of a Discord bot. So we need the commands from discord.x. So from discord.x, import commands. We need something called classy JSON. I made it. It's a better-ish JSON module. You can use the regular JSON module if you wish, but I prefer using this as it's slightly faster. So we're going to want to load keys from a file, which we're going to add later. So with open, let's do keys.json as, or R. So what we're doing is we're opening keys.json in read mode. We're going to open it as K, I guess. K can be anything. We're going to do keys equals classy.json.loads K. So now what we have is we have a dictionary, or hybrid dictionary rather, of keys, which we'll put in keys.json later. Now we're going to create like the actual bot variable. This will be the actual Discord bot. So bot equals commands.bot. And here we can put our settings. So command prefix, I'm just going to do like a dot for now. And I also like to add case insensitivity. So basically means if I did exclamation point help all caps, it'd be the same thing as exclamation point help. So case insensitive is true, and that's pretty much all we need to do for that. Now what we want to do is we're going to make our cog list. So these are going to be all the cogs which we will create and then load later on. So cog list is going to be list, and let's just do one cog for now. Cogs.some stuff. So what we're doing here is we're using dot paths. So this is checking in the cogs folder for something, for a file called somestuff.py. Now we need to load all those cogs. So we're going to make a for loop which goes to the cog list. So for cog in cog list, we want to load the cog. So bot.load extension, I spelled that wrong, cog. And then finally what we want to do is we want to actually run our Discord bot. So we're going to do bot.run, and then using keys, the keys which we got earlier up here, we're going to do keys.discord token. So now we have our bot.py. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create our keys.json. So new file, keys.json, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a key in it, or value in it, called discord token. We're going to set it to our token up here. So when we're on this page in the Discord developer portal, we're just going to click the copy button on the token under the bot tab. So copy, And then what we can do is we could paste it in over here. So now we have our Discord token, and we can just save it. So what will happen is when we run bot.py, it'll load it from the file, and then we can access it later via keys.discord token when we run the bot. Next, we'll need to create our cog. So we can do, I'm going to make a new folder called cogs. You don't have to do this, but I prefer to make a new folder called cogs as it's more organized and easier for other programmers to look at your code and figure out what's happening. So in that, I'm going to make a new file. We're going to do some stuff.py. You can name it whatever as long as you make sure you load it properly later on. So some stuff.py. What we want to do in here is make a class which subclasses a Python cog. So you can do from discord.x import commands, and we're going to make a new class. So class some stuff. You can really name this whatever. Commands.cog. So what we're doing here is we're making a new class called some stuff, which subclasses a cog from commands.cog. So then we're going to add our initialization function. So def init self bot, and then we're going to do self.bot equals bot. So this will allow us to access the bot variable later on from a command or an event or whatever. So then we want to add our setup function. So this is called, it's outside the class. It's called when we do bot.load extension right here. So def setup bot, we're going to do bot.add cog some stuff bot. So when we call a class like a function, what happens is it actually calls the initialization function. So you can see we're doing some stuff bot, and see it gets the bot variable and sets it to self.bot. And now what we're going to want to do is create some commands. So the way you create a command is using a decorator called commands.command. And what we can do is we can specify a name and some other stuff, but for now I'm just going to specify a name. So let's do a command called hello underscore there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do an asynchronous method. So async def hello there, and we need self and ctx. So ctx is the command context. It contains a bunch of useful information, which you can see what it contains in the documentation, which I'll link to in the description below this video. So for now, we're going to do colon. So now we have our method, and then we're going to make it send General Kenobi back. So we can do await ctx.send General Kenobi. That was my best accent. Please don't kill me for that. So what we'll do, what it will do when we do exclamation point hello there, or sorry, dot, because we set our prefix to dot. When you do dot hello there, it'll send General Kenobi into the chat. So let's make another command. How about a command called say, which basically says what you give it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do at commands.command name equals say. Async def say something self ctx. And then what we want to do is we want to get a user input for what the bot is going to say. So I'm going to do a star, which signifies that we are going to take everything after it in the variable after it, so text. So anything inputted after this will be stored in text, the text variable. So add our colon, and we're going to do await ctx.send text. So if we do dot say hello, it'll send hello back. Alright, so we know how to make commands, but what about events, or event listeners rather? Or what are the events, you might ask? Well, I will link to events, or the events part of the documentation below in the description, so you can see what all of them are. But for now, we're just going to do the listener for when the bot is ready. So at commands.listener, I believe. Nope, at commands.cog.listen. Listener. I can't remember exactly, but I will check later and verify. So async def on ready. Now the method, or sorry, the function name does matter here because it you're overriding the regular listener for the cog. So async def on ready, and it doesn't take any parameters other than self, and then we can print out into the console, the bot is ready. Alright, so we know how to make commands and listeners, and we know how to create a cog. Now what we need to do is be able to run our bot. So what we can do is we can open up the folder in which we can open up the folder in which we created all this stuff, and we can run command prompt. If you're on Windows, of course. If you're on Linux, the process will be slightly different. So we're going to copy what's up here, change the directory to that, and then what we can do is, if you have Python installed, py bot.py. But first, we probably don't have these modules installed. We need to install those modules. So what we're going to do is we're going to do py-m pip install discord.py. So I already have it installed, so it'll look slightly different for you. We also need to install classy.json, so py-m pip install classy-json. And I already have that installed as well, so again, it'll look slightly different for you. And then now what we can do is we can run our bot. So we're going to do py bot.py, and it will run it. And you can see, type error. JSON object must be streamed by error. Oh, you know what we did wrong? I'm pretty sure I know what we did wrong. We did classy.json.loads, but loads is for loading a string. What we need here is just load. So we're going to delete the S there, save it, and then let's try again. Looks like it worked. See, it printed out the bot is ready, which means it's online and connected. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial or found it useful, or both. Bye. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Bye, y'all.